guys, welcome to Patriot Muscle Health, where it's easy to define yourself physically by being strong, but we take a look at what it takes to be mentally, emotionally, and spiritually strong. I'm so happy today to have Miss Brea Sharron with us, Miss United States, and she is going to talk to us a little bit about her journey that she has had in order to get her to this point of being crowned, and also some other things that she has going on regarding her business ventures with integrative health. So thank you so much, Brea, for joining us. The last time I saw her, I think, was actually in 2015. She helped me with my posing. And that probably was the best that I looked. And I will have to say thank you to Brea for that, because she allowed me to turn my body in different positions that made it most appealing. And from her experience being a judge for bodybuilding competitions, I really appreciated having her insight on how to look my best on stage. So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to join us. What have you been up to?
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. And congratulations to you too. I love seeing how things just kind of turn around and just watching women level up. So congratulations for you running for House, and so exciting. So, oh my goodness, what have I not been up to? A little bit of everything. So I own a fitness studio as pre-COVID for 8.5 years. And unfortunately, after 6 months of government shutdowns for our gyms here in North Carolina, did have to close my doors in October 2020. So packed up from good old Greensboro, North Carolina, and headed to the coast with my police officer hubby. As you guys know, 2020 was rough for the law enforcement community as well. So we headed east and absolutely love it. I got into integrative health, which I was already doing a little bit, but I've really leveled that up, created a course online, came out with a Amazon #1 best-selling cookbook, my holistic health, clean eating cookbook. There, started in pageantry since 2015, and became Mrs. United States in, let's see, October 2021. So enjoying that my last couple of weeks here. And yeah, just trying to help women who, like me, have tried every diet, every workout, and every doctor, and still haven't been able to get results. Long story short, I gained 30 pounds in 3 months after fitness shows, dealing with thyroid, adrenal hormone issues. So really became my passion just to help women truly level up their health and find the underlying root cause to their body's dis-ease.
Yeah, well, I can relate with that. After I competed, I ended up gaining probably about 25 pounds after COVID, and I was the heaviest that I had ever been in my whole life. And I ended up losing about 15 pounds of that on my own. And but I never could lose like that last little bit. And it was because I had just stopped eating. I had become so busy. And so after I taught myself how to eat again, then it was like, okay, well, the reason for me losing weight was because I wanted to feel better, because I knew if I had put the tools that I needed into my body, then I was going to be able to express that physically. And so when you look at nutrition from a standpoint of health, instead of looking at nutrition as a punishment for, you know, what I ate, or exercise yourself to death because of something that you ate, it takes on a whole new meaning. And when you start to feel better, then the results come physically, because you're able to do more with your body because you feel good. And so I'm just interested in what you have done with your life and learning all that you have about integrative health, because you're such a good role model for women. You found something that was causing you an issue in your own life health-wise, and you just refuse to accept that this is my outcome and I have to take this medicine now, and I have to accept that this is what my body looks like. And I admire you for that, because you chose to find alternative ways in order to help your body repair in the way that it needed to, so that you didn't have those health concerns anymore. And I just think that that's amazing that you take what's happened to you, and that you have also applied that in order to help other people on their journey to become the best versions of themselves. So tell me a little bit about, I guess, your background. You said that you became an integrative health coach. So tell me a little bit about, you were going into that a little bit before 2020. And then I guess that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. You're like, well, now I have the time. Let me focus on that.
Yeah. So, long story short, I got into integrative health because of my own personal struggles. I gained 30 pounds in 3 months, still doing all of the right things, eating super low carb, no sugar at all, working out 6 days a week. And I knew that something was wrong. And, I would go to a doctor, and not that I'm against doctors. I truly believe that doctors, for the most part, have our best interest at heart. They just have 15 minutes, and it's a triage of, if you go to a doctor and you don't leave with a diagnosis and a prescription drug, you feel like you've not been served. And so what is a doctor going to do in the 15 minutes that they have? They're going to give you a diagnosis and a drug. So again, not discrediting any doctors or anything like that, but I was given drugs after drugs after drugs after drugs earlier in my life in high school. I can go into that story later, but I just wasn't able to. I was told, to work out more, eat less. And I'm like, I can't eat any less. I'm starving already. I can't work out anymore. I work out 6 days a week. I own a gym. I'm working out all day, every day. So I knew it was a problem for me, but I also noticed, 90% of the women that came in to work with me in my personal training studio, diet and exercise was the answer. I always say, start with diet and exercise, calories in, calories out, 3,500 calories equals 1 pound gain or loss. So yes, we want to make sure that we're burning off more calories than we take in. But what happens when we're doing all the right things and you're still not getting results, or the results that you feel like you should? That's where integrative health came in. So I was already dabbling on that a little bit before the pandemic hit. But I realized that my true calling was helping women who just couldn't get results from diet and exercise. During the pandemic, I did live workouts every single day on Facebook. And I realized that you don't go to a personal trainer to get workouts. Yes, you can get the best workouts from a personal trainer, someone being hands-on with you, but you go for that accountability and you go for those specifics. So I took all of those workouts that I did, turned them into a YouTube channel and did them free on Facebook for people, and put some of them in my course as well. And then decided that it was time to go even deeper and find the underlying root cause to the body's dis-ease by eliminating toxicities and replacing deficiencies that I see through functional medicine labs. So basically my own story, and just women all over the world that weren't able just to get results from what we traditionally did with diet and exercise alone.
Awesome. So about how many clients do you have right now? Do you see people in-house, or is everything online for people these days?
I do everything online. So I work with women all over the world. Pretty much just here in the US. I only work with 12 women at a time, just because I am so hands-on in my 90-day program. Of course, I'm always here to answer questions. I have a free Facebook group that anybody can join over on Facebook, Holistic Health, Wellness, and Weight Loss, where I share integrative stuff every single day. But I've worked with, probably about 100 women through integrative health. But I only do work with 12 women at a time, just so I can be super, super, super hands-on.
Awesome. So tell us about maybe some personal struggles, I guess, that maybe you have had, other than, I guess, the 30 pounds. Was it maybe possibly what happened with COVID that caused you to dig even deeper into this integrative health?
So long story short, I was diagnosed with scoliosis. I had chronic back pain for years. I was diagnosed with scoliosis, I think about 10 years old. But somewhere in middle school, freshman, sophomore year of high school, I developed chronic back pain. It just couldn't be figured out. I tried a bunch of different doctors, a bunch of different chiropractors, and was prescribed Vicodin for my back pain in high school. And then from the Vicodin was prescribed, again, I forget which order these all came in, but was prescribed an antidepressant and a Xanax for the anxiety from the antidepressant. Actually, I think it was the Adderall that I was prescribed for the antidepressant, but then the Xanax for the side effects of the Adderall. So it was drug after drug after drug after drug after drug. And I was in high school taking all of these prescription drugs, prescribed 3 Vicodin a day in high school. That's insane. Adderall, antidepressants, anti-anxiety. Holy cow, there was a problem. And I felt great when the medicine was working, but as soon as it would wear off, I could not function. I remember having a conversation with somebody, I feel like I can fly. And then hours later, feeling like I just wanted to drive my car off a bridge. Like, holy cow, that's crazy. What's up
Mm.
with the ups and the downs? And I realized that I couldn't function without those drugs and I needed to get off of those drugs because of all of the side effects. Again, I'm not
Oh my
against prescription
gosh.
drugs at all. For me, I'm just super, super sensitive to all of the side effects. And that was the lifestyle that I chose not to live.
Mhm.
All of that in turn wrecked my gut, and then dealing with my father dying of cancer and trying to help my mom take care of him, running a business full time and school full time, and plus 20 different fitness shows in just a couple of years was just too much stress on my body, causing those thyroid adrenal hormone issues. My body basically shut down on me. Also, dealt with fibromyalgia and stuff like that. So I remember looking at being at the bottom of my apartment staircase and just looking up and being like, I don't know if I can make it up these stairs to get up to
Oh.
nap. Just from lack of energy and chronic pain. So I knew I had to do something different. And I knew that there were other women like me that were struggling as well. So again,
Because I'm sure, with your clients that you talk to, you have those types of personal conversations and you can hear, you're like, yeah, me too. But not always can you say that because you're supposed to be the epitome of health that they're coming to for the answers.
exactly. And that's where I struggled is I was like, I need a nap every single day to get through my day. I need, 5 Advil to pop just to make it through. And I'm cup after coffee,
Mhm.
coffee, going. And I'm still crashing, but yet here I am, the expert. And yes, I was helping people and still getting people great results, but I felt like I had that imposter syndrome because I knew that
Yeah.
something was missing. I knew I was doing all the right things, but I knew something was missing. So I found integrative health 2019, I believe, right before the pandemic. And then when the pandemic hit, I knew that something had to be done because, I work through what's called the de-stress protocol. So D diet, E exercise, S stress reduction, T toxin removal, R rest, E emotional balance, S supplementation, the last S success mindset and spirituality, E education, making sure that you know why. We recommend all of this stuff, and D delivery, making sure you have that accountability and support. So I knew that yes, the health piece, the diet was there, the exercise was there for me, but I was missing that mindset piece. I was missing that support system. I was missing so much more, the emotional balance, the rest, the toxin removal. So that's
Is
where
that
I'm
when
at.
you started getting involved in a pageantry?
Yes, it was, but it wasn't until I truly healed from all the stuff that I went through and lost that 30 pounds and finally fell in love with myself again and didn't hate
Yeah.
seeing myself in the mirror. I know exactly what it feels like to, granted technically I was considered overweight on a BMI chart, but I wasn't, overweight or obese, just looking at me in the mirror. But I know what it felt like to look in the mirror and just hate the skin that I was in. So I
Mhm.
had to heal from that. And personally, I still deal with that every single day, being completely transparent, dealing with the body dysmorphia and binge eating issues, just from lack of control for all the years of the
Mhm.
fitness starving
Yeah.
and the deprivation diets that I did and the reward and punishment issues that I dealt with food. I still struggle with that every single day, being completely transparent, but I had to heal from all of that hurt in order to love myself again. And then I knew that I always loved the diet and exercise part of fitness competitions. I love a challenge. I'm so goal oriented that I knew I needed to do something, but I didn't want to put my body in that extreme
Yeah.
starvation, deprivation state. And I wanted to take that, and I love being on stage. I love talking, never give me a microphone, as you guys can probably tell. But I wanted something more. I wanted to take that 15 seconds on stage and make it last even longer. I wanted to be able to give back with the time. I felt like fitness shows for me was a personal goal, but through pageantry, I could help others. So my platform is my nonprofit organization, Youth Fitness Link, which is aimed at building healthy, positive relationships
Nice.
to combat adolescent obesity, as well as teach healthy lifestyle choices. And I just saw
One
that
second.
vision.
Sorry. The life of pets, right?
Yeah, my puppy is taking to that yesterday for some tummy trouble, so I definitely understand that.
Live TV, folks, live TV.
Love it.
So go back on that. So the pageantry thing. So you started going into pageantry because you love to talk and
Yeah, and I just wanted so much more. I wanted to be able to give back to the community. I wanted to be able to, yeah, of course, wear fancy dresses and all of that stuff. That, I mean, sparkly hats and fancy dresses, makeup, hair, all that stuff, super fun. But truly being able to connect with people. I love having the conversations and I love being able to help. I feel like the best way to fill up my cup is, yes, of course, there's a Jim Rohn quote, I'll help me for you if you help you for me. But I totally fill up my cup and feel so much better when I'm able to help people. So I wanted to be able to give back for all that I've been blessed with.
Yeah, that's such a good way to look at it. So I was going to ask you, you mentioned something and it sparked another question, and I'm like, okay, so what is the most misconception that you think about what competing in pageantry is? It's like I love these memes, and it's like what you think what society thinks that you do, what your friends think that you do, what your clients think that you do, what you really do. So, what do you think is like the biggest misconception of like pageantry? You hit it on that a minute ago where you're like, it's more than just wearing fancy dresses.
So I think the most common, from a physical side, the most common misconception is that we look like hair and makeup done all the time. I look nothing. I shouldn't say that. I do look like my pictures. But I normally day to day do not even wear makeup. I'll put a little like tinted moisturizer or something like that on, and I'll use an eyelash curler and a little bronzer. But that's pretty much it. Sometimes eyeliner if we're lucky. But that's pretty much it. I'm in a ponytail and workout clothes most days, and even we'll get on pageant meetings and stuff like that, and I'm like, hey, I am real. Not nearly as as prim and proper as I may seem, but I think one common misconception is that it's selfish. And yes, there's many pageant women and pageant girls that are out there being selfish, but so many of them, of course, exceptions to every rule, but some of my best friends that I've found through pageantry, just by being able to link shields together, and how I've seen how much it strengthens my faith and how many women are truly out there to make a difference in the world. I truly believe that God takes our mess, the mountain that we have and the mess that we have, and he moves it into our message. And then he moves it into our masterpiece. That's exactly what he did for me with integrative health, becoming an integrative health practitioner. He took the mess of my life, these 30 pounds that I gained, all of the years of doctors and diagnoses and drugs. And I say drugs, prescription drugs. My husband's a cop. Let me just clarify, prescription drugs. And truly moved it into my message through integrative health, and now my masterpiece through my course and all the work that I've done with my nonprofit Youth Fitness Link. So there's so many other women out there like that, just trying to make the world a better place.
Yeah. So I guess that you've been able to use your title in order to help enhance your business as well. What is one of the biggest joys, I guess, that you've had over the last year in holding this crown?
So the biggest joy that I've had in holding the crown is truly taking the crown off and putting it on somebody else's head and just watching their face light up, and just especially like the little girls truly feeling like a princess, but even grown women, I'll be in an airport or something. I'm like, they're like, oh my gosh, the crown, it's so beautiful. I'm like, do you want to take a picture? And they're like, yeah, and they'll get ready for a selfie, and I'll take the crown off and put it on their head, and just letting them feel like they're truly worthy and deserve to be in a crown and something special and important is just the best feeling in the world. Just truly letting others' light shine.
Oh yeah, there's a quote, and it says, "No light shines brighter by extinguishing another flame," and it's so true. Your light shines brighter because you helped another flame start. So awesome. So you were talking about your course. Is this a course that you've developed?
Yes, it is. So I have a program, a 90-day transformational coaching experience called Restored and Revitalized. And we work through that de-stress protocol like I talked about. So I took my decade plus, I lost track of a decade of how long I've been in the fitness industry. I stopped counting. I didn't really lose track of stuff. Well, like a decade plus was good enough. Took all of the experience that I have as a personal trainer, as well as the work that I did through nutrition, combined that all program all online or can be printed out to take with you to the gym. So I'm your personal trainer, I'm your nutritionist, but I'm also your life coach, all combined together, plus the piece of the functional medicine lab. So 5 integrative health functional medicine labs are included in that program, so we can truly see exactly what's going on with your body. We're not guessing, oh, it could be a heavy metal toxicity. Oh, it could be a candida bacterial yeast overgrowth. Oh, it could be hormonal imbalances. No, I can see exactly what's going on with your body. So that's what I do. That's my love. It's my
That's
most
awesome. So do you
prized.
tell us a couple of maybe success stories that you've had since maybe doing some labs on some women and saying, okay, well, you might want to cut this out, or you might want to add this supplementation, and how did their life change when they actually had this aha moment? This is actually working for me.
So one text message I received the other day was one of my sweet friends putting on a pair of jeans that were her skinny jeans and thinking that she could never get in those jeans again, and those skinny jeans being a little loose. And it's not really one big story, it's all of the little stories. It's I had a client that we were going over her hair tissue mineral analysis and truly started crying with me on the phone. She was like, I knew something was wrong. I knew that I knew, but nobody took me seriously. I knew, that I felt horrible, and it explains it now because my body is completely depleted of all of these nutrients, and I knew something was wrong, but nobody took me seriously. And it's, the million stories of I finally look in the mirror and love the person that I see. I don't avoid mirrors all the time. I don't stand in the back pictures and try and avoid pictures. I want to take pictures with my kids. I have enough energy to go outside and play with my kids. That's actually what started me, what kept me going in personal training. One of my first clients was like, I think it was Tweetsie Railroad. I went to Tweetsie Railroad with my daughter, and I was able to fit on all of the rides, and I was able to keep up with her in the park. And it truly changed my life. And seeing that client years later has truly changed my life. So just a million little stories.
You're such a beautiful person. I mean, I'm hearing you talk, and you're so humble, and you have this crown, and of course comes with that, all these expectations of, living up to, what people think you're supposed to be. But just to hear you talk and see the emotion come through you because you're reflecting back on either challenges that you've had that have allowed you to grow, or have given you the opportunity to help somebody else fix something within themselves that, they didn't have the tools to do that without your help. And you taking, even though you helped that person, it's still rewarding to you because you helped them figure it out. And without you, they would not have been able to do that. And it's not like you're doing the work for them. You're giving them the tools so that they can do the work themselves. And I really think that that's what God wants from us. He wants us to not feel defeated from the things that hurt us, and to rely on Him, because those are growing opportunities for us. And I look back on all these times that have helped challenge me, and is running for office, and I work full time as a teacher, and I work part time in a gym. I'm always going to be a gym rat. I love the energy that the gym provides for people, because people are going there to make themselves feel better. It's their medicine. I have this YouTube channel and running for office, and it's like I'm so busy, but I'm so thankful that I have the energy to do this. I'm so thankful that I had the experience in order to go through some of these difficult moments in my life that have allowed me to have the experience to help other people, either if I win the election or not, because I know this could be a catalyst for me to do something even more amazing. And I look at you and I'm like, man, I would love to do something like that. And it's so important, I think, that we align ourselves with people that we look up to, and not just people that we think, oh, well, that's a politician, or that's an entertainer. Like, are they really making impacts in people's lives on a personal level, or is it just superficial? And they live in luxury, but the rest of the people that look up to them don't have that type of experience. And success comes from within, and happiness comes from within, and it doesn't matter what your environment is, as long as that what truly makes you happy, and that's one that allows you to use your talents and your gifts in order to help other people. So
Absolutely. I love that. I always say, we heal by helping others. And I truly feel like, part of the emotional healing that I've had is from helping others. And every time I hear one of those success stories, not that it, makes me feel better about myself as a person, but I truly feel like, all of my pain and suffering was worth it if I can help just one person. And, now that one person has become hundreds of people. So it's
Right.
truly
Yeah.
amazing.
I over the last few years, I refused, just like you. I was like, that is not going to be my story. That's not going to be what people think about me. I refuse to be in pain. And I refuse to allow myself to think that I'm less, because I am the one who is manifesting this experience. And you can either have a good day or you can have a bad day. And you're the one who makes that decision. And
Absolutely.
how you respond to whatever happens in that day. You can have a good day or a bad day.
I love that. Yes, absolutely.
Well, is there anything else that you would like to share with people? How can they get in touch with you?
Well, I actually have a free gift for your viewers.
All
so
right.
if you guys would love a copy of my Clean Copycat cookbook of my restaurant favorites made healthy. This is actually my big cookbook right here. You can get that on Amazon, but the smaller version is the Clean Copycat cookbook. If you guys would like a copy, if you head to my website, www.breasharron, BreaSharron.com. Then you guys can grab a free copy of the Clean Copycat cookbook. You can also feel free to join my holistic health, wellness, and weight loss free Facebook group. Connect with me over on Facebook there, or my personal Facebook, Brea Sharron eStep, or you can connect with me on Instagram at Brea Sharron Fitness, or TikTok, Mrs. States. I'm also on Instagram as official Mrs. United States is my official page. But feel free to reach out. However, I'm here to help. I'm here to serve, and would love just to encourage others to take their health to the next step.
All right. Thank you so much. And folks, I will leave all that information in the description of the video so you can get in touch with Brea with those links. Thanks so much for your time, and you have a happy and blessed day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror and he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything.